very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw right away. He finds Pickens over the middle.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
On play action, Prescott. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
PPR? Receiver still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh,
and you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Looking to put a drive together.
Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3.
Play action now. Brissett.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Brissett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Prescott to throw it. Powers through it. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
Yeah, that's a good start to drive number 2. Remember, they had to punt the first time they had it. So maybe a little bit different sense of purpose here. And they start out with a nice gain and a quick 1st down.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
They run it again with Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. To throw is Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down.
Prescott yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Second and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Cardinals, first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Here's Knight on the handoff.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Drop for a loss there on a nice effort by Osa Odighizuwa.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And out now come the Cowboys. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here's Williams to start the drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was brought down by
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. 1 yard and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Here's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away.
And here comes Dortch on the return.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action with Brissett.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
21 yards. And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the carry, here's Knight.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
To throw, Brissett. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Arizona.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
This is Knight. Marquise Bell in on that stop.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now 2nd and 5. A run with Knight.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
A gain of 17
That one
yards.
good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd. Brissett now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Zay Jones, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Cowboys 3.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Prescott.
Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 6 yards.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Knight. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Knight. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Brissett. Finding room at midfield. He's to the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marvin Harrison Jr., 71 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Finding Tolbert here over the middle.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
He couldn't get the edge there. Wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, They win the edge battle, and when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Now Prescott.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Prescott down.
That is caught.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys have come back to make it a 2-point game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing, Brissett. Throw left side complete. That's Knight. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Here's Brissett. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Williams. Oh, nice move. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Again, it's Williams. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
The busy night continues for Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Here's Prescott. And this one quickly to Lamb. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 14.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they have regained the lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this one is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cardinals ready to go here to start the 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Knight. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Knight.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
They'll try the left side. It's Knight. And he stopped immediately there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Brissett.
And he had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Now Brissett on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Brissett sets to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Touchdown.
Zay Jones
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Cardinals have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Ryland on for the extra point.
He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead.
The score, Cardinals 21, Cowboys 16.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw is Prescott.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for a Cowboys.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
On play action, Prescott. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Josh Sweat.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Prescott to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Pass complete there to Harrison.
Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down. Knight. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The 4-3 defense there did its job, funneled things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And right side, they're going to go option here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Brissett. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Michael Wilson.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cardinals are able to move back in front. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Throwing, Prescott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
One quarter remains here on Sunday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Here's Prescott.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Now Prescott.
He finds Pickens over the middle.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
That's another Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, we got to keep everything in front of us.
Off the draw, here's Williams. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Cowboys 31. Cardinals 28.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got room past the 30. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Prescott down.
Still going inside the 20.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb,
His second touchdown of the night.
and the Cowboys are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
28.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit.
Looking to put a drive together. Throwing. Brissett.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
To throw, Brissett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's Knight. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Here's Brissett. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 20.
On play action, Brissett. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
To throw is Brissett. Jones has it.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Here's Brissett. Got his man. It's Dortch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Prescott off play action.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10.
Now Prescott.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
A 46-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Brissett. But now he's swallowed up and taken down.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
Can't give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Brissett sets to throw it. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So with the yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get, all right, 300? That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Osha Odighizuwa able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Throwing on second and long. Brissett. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Jacoby Brissett on the scramble. Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
That's another Cardinals first down. First and goal, Arizona.
Now first and goal. Brissett.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually, but first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Cardinals 35.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the Cardinals' 40-yard line.
Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.